Well, we are here for Australia House because, of course, Julian is an Australian citizen, and the duty of any state is to protect its citizens. I think I'm speaking for decent people everywhere, and what I'm saying should be obvious, you know. We hold these truths to be self-evident, said the United States. Self-evident. And they said self-evident, all men are created equal, men, women, children, but 1 man in 5 was a slave. So we've got to be very careful about what we said. No matter how good our intentions are, we've got to be understood. If we're misunderstood, and it's partly because of the way we're using the language. You use big words, $2 words, so some people say, I don't understand what you mean by this or that. We've got to speak very simply. Simplicity is the highest goal achievable once we have overcome other difficulties, you know, so it's very important. I think so many bourgeois intellectuals are guilty of this, that they think they can just appeal to a few people. No, you've got to, if you're a philosopher, a people's intellectual, a working class intellectual, you must be able to reach the masses of people. Maybe there isn't agreement on this by everybody, but it's important to realize that it is in a way a continuation of the British Empire, and to think that, as I said, Macmillan, because his statement was, it's not the sun setting on the British Empire, it's the dawn rising on the Commonwealth. Until Julian is free, we don't have freedom ourselves, you see. He does speak for humanity. It's not that he's more important, because, okay, I say people are equal. What's important about Julian is that with his freedom, he's a publisher. He speaks publicly, and he'll get attention. If you and I speak, I mean, you know, we're not going to even get on TV. We won't even get in print. We can't all get 100 people on television or 1,000 people. They make a selection, but they shouldn't select on the basis of how famous you are, a so-called celebrity. But whether what you're saying is really well expressed and well thought out, so that it'll register and that people will be persuaded by what you say. Julian will speak. It's the voice of the voiceless. I said this before. I'm saying it again, and the American people are listening, because after all, the United States and Britain, I'm talking about the state, you know, they are the worst culprits today of imperialism. Serving the people is the rent we pay on earth for a room in heaven. So I want to make it very clear that this will appeal to religious people, but also to non-religious people, because our heaven will be a heaven on earth, where we get rid of imperialism and have a better society. So whether you believe in a heaven after death, if you're, or whether you believe in, and we should, everybody, even including religious people, should believe in making society a better place. So we are brothers and sisters everywhere, you know. We've got much more in common than, you know, psychologists. That's why I said to my friend, they talk about individual differences. I said, but the similarities far outweigh the differences, you know. And we need more philosophy and less psychology. Until he's free, we're not free. So it's so important for us to be here, and Australia can do a lot. You're supposed to carry out the will of the people. That's what democracy is supposed to mean. I think it's true that the truth will set us free.